Hey, Jay here from the Wild Swim Store and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for the first time that you swim in a wetsuit. Tip number 1 is, when you first get into the water in a wetsuit, you're still going to feel the cold water. The way a wetsuit works is, it lets the water into the layer between the neoprene and your skin, and it's then your body that warms that water up. So please be aware that you can still feel cold water shock. I remember back to the first time I went open water swimming in a wetsuit, and I was literally hyperventilating for the first 5 to 10 minutes. So be mentally prepared for it. Don't dive into anywhere deep, and do as you would if you were swimming skins. Get in slowly, splash some water around your wrist and your neck, and be prepared to breathe deeply as that water takes its time to get inside the suit. Tip number 2 is the fit. As well as cold water shock, sometimes you can feel your breathing slightly restricted. This is because it's going to be tight across your chest. So get in, have a little swim. As the neoprene gets wet, it will loosen up slightly, so see how you go. One little trick I have if it feels tight across my chest is I will pull up the wetsuit further up my legs, up over my hips, and this will give you a bit of extra space over your chest. Tip number 3 is, swimming with a wetsuit will put more pressure on your shoulders than swimming skins. So for your first swim, don't plan to go all Ross Edgley and swim around the whole British Isles. Ease into it bit by bit. Swim a few hundred meters the first time, see how you feel, and build it up over time. You will be using slightly different muscles, and there are also some great exercises that you can do, which hit subscribe and I'll do a video all about that. Now, tip number 4 is use some lube, especially around your neck. When wearing a wetsuit, it's going to rub on your neck, especially if you're swimming in the sea in salt water. First time I did it, I had horrible rubs and I couldn't get back into the water for over a week. Lube will really help this. You can also put some, I'd say, under your arms, over your chest, and on your wrists and on your ankles, because this will help you get the wetsuit on and off easier. Now, my final tip is, your body position in the water is going to be very different than swimming skins. That's going to become even more apparent if you're used to swimming in the pool and then you go into salt water. Both the neoprene and the salt will help you rise up higher in the water. Now, one thing I found was, when sighting, it was a really different position and put strain on my lower back, but there's also some positives. You will probably find yourself going quite a lot faster when swimming in neoprene. This is because your legs are going to be more buoyant and give you a much better position in the water. Now, for super strong swimmers, you won't see as much of a difference. For those of you whose surname is not Thorpe or Phelps, you can gain up to 10 seconds per 100 meters. This is going to be incredible. But there you go, those are my top 5 tips for the first time swimming in a wetsuit. If you do like this content, you do want to see more swimming tips, you want to see some gear guides, hit that subscribe button below. It doesn't cost a thing. And until next time, happy, but more importantly, safe swimming.